Why am I talking about Maple? It's just a mess. Your interpretation of landlord-tenant law is going to get you in trouble.
I'm the one struggling. You want me to cry?
Stalking the house.
In the past, yes.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. You have a very convenient memory. Have you ever, with another tenant, mapped out their family tree? What?
This landlord right here clearly has some boundary issues. When her tenant doesn't call her back right away, she calls the police. And if that's not unhinged enough, she's out here spreading bullshit about the tenant to the neighbors. Bullshit that has nothing whatsoever to do with this tenant. Meanwhile, the tenant's just trying to live her life, except she feels like she's paying $3,300 a month to be harassed, threatened, and tethered to a short leash. That's right, $3,300. And she's even paid 2 months into escrow, so we're not talking about some lowlife squatter here. This tenant seems like a sweet lady, so I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say she's a Karen only because the landlord made her that way. But our Karen landlord? She never stops. From 2 hearings a month apart and 4 hours of footage, I bring you the very best of Judge Simpson, wondering why he ever went to law school. Let's roll in.
Lori Peterson versus our money line. This is a landlord-tenant action, and this is for termination of tenancy. What's the basis for the termination of tenancy?
Rent, late fees, utilities, court cost owed, and then there's exterior damages total. I think a total judgment cost of $14,148.06.
Exterior damages.
And have photo documentation.
I understand that, but is there a lease to the premises?
I had a total of 13 exhibits.
I know you have sent a bunch of things in and court tenants has to review them. They're absolutely out of context for me, but what's the particular provision regarding the damages?
Well, the damages, you see that in exhibit 9. I wrote out all the damages.
But you're relying upon a lease provision regarding those items. Which lease provision are you?
Yeah, lease provision, 13 alterations, item number 8, occupancy, number 18, to tenant's negligence, landlord's right of entry, number 19.
Hey, I got it.
Item number 8.
Ma'am, you can stop. Ms. Lyman, what is your position on this case?
And I moved in on the 5th, which is after the 1st. So the first month's rent should have been prorated. In June, I paid an extra $200 in rent. Court costs, I should not be responsible for. I didn't fraud anything. I am who I say I am. I did a background check through Rent Spree. There are no damages. The screen door is on the checklist. She knew about the locks because prior to me getting renter's insurance, I told her I was getting ADT. I do not agree on the water bill. I believe they are drafted up by her.
That they were what?
Drafted up by her. Back in July, she already had a price for a water bill in August when she started acting crazy, and she's been threatening and harassing me since.
Who are you intending on calling as witnesses?
I just have witness statements, sir.
What does that mean?
Witness statements in exhibit number 4.
Yeah, but that's all hearsay.
I have photos.
Who took the photos?
I did of the outside, exhibit number 9. If you could bring it up on the,
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to figure out, are you going to testify? Let's have her sworn.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to affirm the testimony you're about to give me the truth, the whole, state your name?
oriented.
Go ahead, tell the court what you want me to know.
But it shows there's pretty more rent out. And if you look at the police report, number 2.
Ma'am, you have 1A, 1B. These exhibits haven't been marked and admitted. What I have as exhibit, that is not what I have as 2. Show them to Ms. Lyman, please. How many sets of paperwork did you send in with numbers on them?
Exhibit 1 and then exhibit 2 is the
Ma'am, I have 2 things marked as exhibit 1 and then 1A. The document you've given me has 9 on it.
exhibit 2 is the police report. That screen was broken from coming in and out.
On page 2, I've got oil stains.
They're from their junkie cars that they had that I think the police had towed. Fire a professional remediation, and that's going to cost $407.
Where are these prices you keep coming up with?
That's the estimate that I got from a licensed
You're
contractor.
going to have somebody testify? I can't take hearsay.
Do I get it done and then bring the bill back to the court?
Man, I can't advise you on what you need to do.
That's going to require.
Ma'am, stop talking.
So I just estimated the water bills.
Some of these aren't even this residence.
That's the other house that Armani before she lived in my house, sir, that she caused extensive damage on.
So what does that have to do with the damage to this house?
It was just showing it similar damages that are starting to occur, and I'm worried about my property, what could happen to it.
These are all mixed in with this property.
Somebody commits fraud that,
Ma'am, you're alleging that they committed fraud. You have to prove that. What relevance is that? Are you claiming here that she's not living here?
I'm claiming that the whole thing started because of fraud. She claimed that she lived at one residence that she didn't. She was actually being evicted at another residence, but she caused over $75,000 worth of damage. If she does that to my property, I'm going to be ruined.
If you're claiming that she committed damage to the premises, you need to show me that. What I got is a package of stuff that you labeled 9, which includes water bills, stuff about other residents, face sheets from Court of Appeals cases. It's just a mess.
I emailed the clerk, maybe we could see it
She's
better.
not here to do your job.
May I approach the bench to show you?
No.
The locks were changed on the front door, and I didn't authorize that, and that's in the lease that she's not supposed to change the locks on the door. Basement and
What if she changes the locks and then changes them back upon her move out?
well, the problem is the other house, she changed the locks and then she left the water running for a month and did over $75,000 worth of damage. This is my,
Change the locks on the premises, ma'am.
Yes, I have a Yale lock from ADT.
Let me ask you this. Will you allow her to inspect the premises?
She came July 21st and inspected the premises.
Did she go inside?
Yes, I let her in. Well, first, I was in a meeting, so I didn't go to the door right away. When I went to the door, she ended up calling the police. So I closed the door, let her wait on the police. The police came, she asked, could the police come in? I told her no, because there was no reason for them to do that. She was an accident. Then I still the police in with her.
Okay. I don't know why neither of you want to answer my question. Did she go inside the house?
Yes,
Did you go inside the house?
I was not allowed in the basement or in the garage or in the master bedroom closet.
Other than those 3 areas, you were in the premises.
Right, and there's a crack in the basement, sir, that has to be fixed before winter because there's water leaking in and I can't even get it fixed. She won't let me in.
You know what crack she's talking about in the basement, ma'am?
yeah, it's a crack in the basement where there's no installation. It's supposed to be a spot open for the crack in the basement.
Can I show you that in the picture?
No.
sir?
You told me that she hasn't allowed you access to the premises. She has.
No, but I only got a picture of the basement because I went outside and took a picture of the basement through the window.
You went into the premises. You listed out 3 spaces that you say you weren't allowed into. And so it's the basement?
The reason why I need access to the basement is because there's a crack that I need to get.
You didn't ask why.
Yes, sir. The basement,
It's the basement,
and the garage, I was not able to.
master bedroom closet, basement, and what else?
Garage.
Did she not have access to those, ma'am?
No, we was on a time stretch because she wanted to wait outside for the police.
What now?
It was on a time crunch. I had to be at class and she wanted to wait half an hour.
Is the reason why she wasn't allowed into these areas because of that? Because of the time crunch?
Yeah, I had to go to school.
Can I be allowed to take photos? She wouldn't allow me to take photos last night.
I only worry about that only because you don't seem to know boundaries very well, Ms. Anderson. But I will allow you to take photos. The inspection will occur September 8th, no longer than 90 minutes. Was there a security deposit paid?
Yes, but I need to know, does she want to stay or does she want to work things out? I don't know. She's not.
She's paying rent into escrow. I'm presuming she wants to stay.
She didn't pay August. She just paid July.
She has paid rent into court since the time I ordered it. She paid August and she paid September. Ms. Weidling, give me the date she's paid for escrow, please.
August 1st is the first date and September 2nd is the second date.
She's paid 2 months into escrow. You told me she hasn't paid escrow, and she has.
But she didn't pay it last week when I checked. So if she paid it this week, I didn't. She just.
Last week, September would not have been due. I
No.
ordered escrow. I don't, ma'am. I ordered her to pay escrow into court. Told her she needed to pay for August. She paid August rent to the court escrow. She's deposited $6,600 into court escrow.
Can that be released to me, sir?
No, not while the litigation's pending. I'll make a decision on that. at some other point. You just keep trying to take these preemptory strikes. You came in here initially saying she wasn't the person that was renting the premises. She's the only person that I've seen. And you also said
Where I was talking,
hadn't,
I was
you
talking-
also do not interview. You also accused her like not being the person that you dealt with. She's been here every time. And you said that to the court, and she was there when you went through the premises. So I'm unclear as to how this isn't the person and what fraud you're trying to claim she's committed.
fraud was on the application. She said she's living at 90 Arlington, and in fact, she was living on Maplehurst. I studied the case law for this. It says fraud based on false representation.
Ma'am, I know the law very well.
But she committed fraud on the application.
Ma'am, you have not shown me that she's committed anything at this point.
She lied on her application.
So is your conclusion, but you have not shown me anything. Ms. Anderson, let's make one thing real clear. I'm going to have this trial at some point, but just because you say something does not make it true. You have to prove it to do not raise your hand. I'm talking. Until such time as you prove it to the court, it's nothing. And just because you say it's true doesn't make it true. And that's the way this court is going to operate.
If she wants to live there, I'm happy with her living there. I just want to have some rules followed. That's all. I'm in for financial hardship because I can't even pay the taxes that are coming due in September. I have no job. What am I supposed to do, sir? I'm the one struggling. You want me to cry? Because I'll cry. I don't know what to do.
Ma'am, I don't know what you want me to do. Just because you cry doesn't mean you get your way. I really don't. Whatever it is being submitted, all of this paperwork, the exhibits must be submitted to the court. Each exhibit is to contain just one subject matter, and then they are to be single-sided. If it's about the water bill, that's its own exhibit. If it's about the oil stain, that's its own exhibit. If it's about the balcony railing, then that's another exhibit. And then I'll adjourn this trial to September 29th at 9 a.m.
I can't even pay the property taxes that are due September 15th if I don't get any rent money. I'm struggling. Can you have any pity on me? How do I pay?
Ma'am, I don't know what you want me to do. You don't win just because you have financial hardship.
I just want to get the repairs done. She can live there happily and I can be happy.
Okay, if she doesn't do the repairs, what are you going to do? I mean, part of the reason you have security deposit is to protect yourself from damage is another thing.
Well, at least if we can do the rent and the water and the late fees, that at least help me pay the property taxes.
Ms. Lyman, are you willing to work with her at all?
What's wrong with her? She has a picture of the crack.
But they're going to need a better picture because they're going to have to give me an estimate. I mean, if she'll talk to me on the phone, we can work together. I don't have a problem with that. Either tax.
I have a feeling that doesn't work. Sometimes, Ms. Anderson, the important thing in trying to work something out is you have to listen as well as just talk. Give you half an hour, go out, sit in one of the conference rooms, try to work out what you can. Otherwise, I'm going to have a trial. In terms of the escrow money, just so that you know, you guys can do anything, agree to do anything you want, except that escrow money, I'm in control of it now. But she's a tenant. She's not at your beck and call. Court's in recess. Okay, you want to tell me what you guys did?
The compromise is she would pay the May water bill. I would eat the court costs myself. I wouldn't charge her that. And then we worry about repairs later. And I would let her keep the camera, the door locks, and she would give me periodic access.
So we did talk about the 3 water bill things. She did say that all the prices that she had before were estimates. And then that when she gets the real deal, she'll show me that so I can actually see that it's real. And she said if I can just show her a picture of the crack, we can just meet in the middle and won't have to physically have an inspection.
Ma'am in the back, what is your name? Okay, let me just explain something. You two were texting each other during the court proceeding. Not tolerated. Okay, so if you have to come back, ma'am, you're not going to be entitled to have your phone.
No, I was reading from my notes.
Ma'am, that's not what was happening.
I feel like I should be able to defend my name.
Ms. Lyman, what did you were trying to do what now?
I'm just showing that there's no damages. I have That's what I have for the pictures.
Okay, and here's what we'll do. We'll cancel the inspection on the 8th. You'll send a picture. You guys work out, however you're gonna work it out, all of the details. Because I don't know, Simon, I'm not sure what you want to have happen.
It's pretty much it.
Clear your name on, go ahead, what were you saying?
Talking about all the false statements and stuff like that. Just,
Well, you accused her of committing fraud. And I think that's what works. You accuse somebody of that. And then what I think, and Ms. Lyman, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to be she wants her name cleared. That's a serious accusation that you've made that she's committed some type of.
For the address?
You accused her of fraud on a number of different levels. But we'll reconvene on the 29th. I'll still leave it set for the trial. Figure out what you two want.
Whatever's fair, Judge. I just want to be fair. Whatever you think is fair.
So how much was your security deposit, Ms. Lyman?
50 to 50 plus the 750 cleaning.
You said 5250. So what's the extra amount on the security deposit?
300. That was because originally the lease was, the house was rented out at 3,500 a month.
Your security deposit can only be 1.5 times the monthly rent. The security deposit that you now hold is in excess of that amount.
Based on 3,500.
I understand where you got the number. What I'm telling you though, is that the security deposit can only be 1.5 times per month, monthly rent, because that's a tenant's money, but you can't hold that 300.
So should I move that in the agreement or what she wants to do?
Well, something's gonna have to be put in there, because that's an illegal security, and it's the tenant's money until such time as they vacate the premises. Put it all together. You guys agree on as much as you can. I don't mind trying to work it through with you in terms of doing it, and then we'll just reduce it to writing, and then we'll get this thing done. Well, be seated. Court does call the case of Anderson versus Lyman. When the court says 9 o'clock, I mean 9 o'clock. We're waiting for you to appear at the courthouse. So that won't happen again, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is date and time set for trial. Each side ready to go to trial.
Yes.
Ms. Anderson, you may proceed.
Should I stand there, sir, or it's right here?
You can stand wherever you want, that you'll be picked up on a microphone.
And then I have one,
Go ahead, do your opening statement, please.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, put the microphone back where it was. It will pick you up.
Sorry about that, sir. I'm here seeking a judgment for $14,606.46. Ms. Amani Lyman provided false information on her rental application, including misrepresenting her residency. This is not a typical landlord-tenant dispute. She has a documented history of property damage, unpaid rent, and disruptive behavior, as shown in the exhibits and witness testimony I present. If the court allows Ms. Lyman to remain a tenant, I respectfully request safeguards to protect my home. This is the only way I will have access to my property. The defendant will not allow me into my home and does not communicate with me outside of the court. I request that the court order monthly inspections at a specific time each month so that these inspections are enforceable and I can return to court if Ms. Lyman fails to comply. Inspections will confirm that there are no unauthorized occupants, no further property damage, and no smoking inside the home. These measures are essential to prevent repetition of past destructive behavior, ensure compliance with lease terms and local laws, and allow me reasonable access to my property. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Lyman, opening statement.
Okay. So I have not been able to peacefully stay in the house. Every time I turn around, she's either down the street or have somebody watching me. So I would really like to be able to enjoy the home, which I haven't. I pay all this money to not be able to enjoy the home. I don't smoke, so there's no smoking happening on the property. There are no damages. And the judgment, that seems like a much, because she's including the rent that I had paid to you guys in escrow in the judgment. The only month I owe is this month. So from the
This month being September or
yes,
October.
I can pay that tomorrow.
So if somebody may call you first witness, is that going to be yourself or somebody else?
Should I stand there to question the witness? Where's the witness stand there?
It's up to you. Where do you want to stand?
Your Honor, may I give this to Mr. Clinton to reference?
I don't know what it is.
Evidence pack number 4 that I've already,
No, That's not the way it's done.
Oh,
Question him and then
okay. Looking at the before and after photos in Exhibit 4, did you ever see a rear screen?
Exhibit 4 hasn't been admitted. I don't know.
I have, yes, sir. I gave them all to the clerk on
It hasn't been admitted, ma'am.
the clerk. I came here on Friday or was it Ann? She said she would give it to you. She gave it. I put it in a packet and
It hasn't been admitted.
how do I
Trial,
admit it?
ma'am. I can't tell you that.
Okay. So
I don't know who took the photos. I don't know when they were taken. I don't know any of that about these purported photos.
how can I get what I dropped off on Friday to you? 'Cause I thought you had them. I actually spent a lot of money to produce the color prints. It cost me over $20.
Ma'am, whether I have them or not doesn't mean that they've been admitted in the trial. Who has to establish those photos and then attempt to try to have questioning regarding those photos.
So what do you want me to say? Go over Exhibit 4 with you?
I just want you to do the trial to,
Yeah. I sent her all the files.
maybe you're not understanding. You can send to the court whatever you like. It doesn't make them an exhibit in the trial.
So how do I send them to be an exhibit to the trial?
I am not here to assist necessarily either side in this trial. You need to properly admit it.
So how do I properly admit the evidence, sir?
I'm not here as your lawyer, man. As a judge.
Okay. So you want me to just ask him the questions then? I'll ask him the questions. Mr. Clinton, do you ever remember seeing the rear screen door ripped?
No,
Do you ever remember oil stains in the driveway? Do you ever remember me mounting a security camera on the south end of the home? Do you ever recall the master bedroom blinds being broken?
No.
And the front door lock, it was never an automatic door lock. It was always a mechanical door lock, correct? Can you confirm for the court that the before photos accurately represent the condition of the property before Ms. Lyman took possession, May 5th, 2025?
Where did these photos come from?
They were photos I took when I was, after the home was prepared for sale.
You took the photos.
No, they were taken by a professional because they were actually put in the MLS.
How's he going to establish that? You need the professional here.
The professional photos were taken, they were put in the MLS, and then I took the damage photos.
What did I just say? Who took the photos?
The professional photos, 2 people.
No, he did not take the photos.
No,
You didn't take these.
I took the after photos. The before photos were professional photos for the home to be in the, okay.
The photos that he just talked about, the witness did not take those photos.
No,
You did not take those.
no.
Then where's the testimony about who took the photo?
They were by a professional photographer who takes photos for listing a home in the real estate MLS.
Where are they?
He has a job. I can't afford to pay him to be here. And you don't allow Zoom testimony. So, I mean, I'm doing the best I can, sir. I don't have any money.
I tell you what, you did not make a request for that Zoom testimony.
I did.
And then you're going to keep it something. So I'm not going to do this all. The person that took the photos needs to testify as to those photos preliminarily.
I did not know that, sir. But if he could do Zoom,
Then that's not my issue. You know what? I am not here to solve the world's problems. Only the issue that's in front of me. Did you make the request of her to have these?
she doesn't, I sent an email.
Make the request.
No,
Okay.
but she does not talk
That's
to
an
me.
answer to my question.
He can at least attest to the fact that the home was in good shape before she took it
I
over.
think he already told me.
Okay, that's fine. Can you confirm that the broken screen door, oil stains, changed front door lock, security camera, broken master bedroom blinds all occurred after Miss Lyman took Tennessee?
yes.
So how often were you at that property?
Before, no.
Before? Well, let's just ask this. How many times have you been to that property? How many times before Miss Lyman moved in? Before Miss Lyman moved in?
About 50 or 60, not more.
And you've been out to the property since?
Yes, I have.
What purpose?
Pick up the mail.
What's your relationship to Miss Anderson?
Started long, two good friends for about 27 years.
What is the relationship now?
We're still here.
Just friends?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Were you present in the district court on August 15th when Miss Gloria Vanderwell testified in front of Judge Washington regarding Maplehurst Drive?
It's hearsay. Don't answer the question.
Did you see photos showing 2 bathtubs with running water left?
Where? Did he see photos where?
In Exhibit 6 that show the damage she did to Miss Lyman did to the Maplehurst property. They were
To whose property?
to her prior residence. He's seen the damage to her prior residence.
Were you there and saw the damage?
So picture.
I'm not going to allow it.
Even though it was in court that it was presented?
What did I just say?
Okay. I'm learning, sir. Forgive me. Did you see the final water bill from Ypsilanti Township showing a final water bill for the Maplehurst property of $3,153.69 during Miss Lyman's tenancy at,
Why am I talking about Maple?
I thought it showed evidence of damage to prior property.
Have you ever been to Maplehurst, sir? You know the owners of Maplehurst? Do you have personal knowledge of anything regarding Maplehurst?
Okay, so,
He can't testify as to.
okay, I thought, because he was at court, I thought he could do that. So, hey, there's no further questions for Mr. Clinton.
Any cross-examination, Mr. Stewart? Any questions you have for him? No? Thank you, sir. You may step down. Other witnesses.
Miss Lyman,
Lyman, come on up.
this is going to be questions about the lease to Miss Lyman. I have a copy here if she needs it, but rent under your lease is due the 4th of each month, correct? Per line item number 41 of the lease.
Yes, to hear dates on this report.
It's due on the 4th. Isn't it true that you were late paying rent for July, August, and September?
I paid the rent to the board.
I know, but you were late on those days that you paid the rent. In fact, on the ledger, I can give the dates when you turned them in.
What?
Wouldn't you agree that you've been late on paying rent all 3 months? Are you aware that partial rent payments are not accepted under this lease?
On the lease, she said I can deposit a check into that recognition.
Are you aware that if rent and late fees are not paid, I plan to issue a 7-day notice on the 5th of the month and file it with the court on the 12th going forward, and you will be expected to pay the court cost?
What's the relevance?
That's just, it's a question just to make
What's the relevance of that question?
that going forward, if she still remains my tenant, I plan to be on top of it as far as rent. If it's not paid, I will issue a 7-day notice.
What bearing does that have with anything the court has to decide today?
Okay, sorry. Strike that one. Under your lease, only you, the named tenant, are permitted to reside in the home without my written consent, correct? Isn't it true that your uncle and 3 children have been observed living at the property by several neighbors?
No, just because somebody seen people come over and
Did you change the locks on the home without my written consent?
I told you I was lease agency.
Without my written consent? Did I write something down? Okay. Are you aware the lease prohibits changing locks without the landlord's permission and expressly allows the landlord entry without notice in emergencies? Are you aware that my former tenant died?
And what's the relevance of that?
I have a history of a tenant dying in my property.
Why do I need to know that? And if she does, what's the relevance of that in whatever her answer is?
The reason why it's
This is
important,
not a proceeding for you to make her aware of things or what your expectations are.
okay. I was explaining.
You don't have to answer the question. Go to
Okay.
your next one.
Okay. Will you allow my licensed contractors to enter to repair the basement crack?
I don't know anything about the license contract.
I sent an email to you.
You send a lot of emails, so I most likely did see it, but that's not a good day.
The crack is just getting worse, sir. Can I ask a question, sir, of you? Because the crack is getting worse and it's damaging my property. It needs to be
That's a
repaired.
statement.
It needs to be repaired.
That's another statement. What's your question?
My question is, I need to, my lease states that I can go in and make repairs with a 24-hour notice. So she's going against my lease by not allowing me to go in.
Okay, once again, a statement. You asked, can I ask you a question?
So can I ask the court to enforce my lease? Can I ask the court to enforce my
You
lease?
can ask the court to do whatever you want. Whether they do it or not becomes a whole other issue.
Even though it's damaging my property. Did you pay the DTE bill that was subject to shut off? As a landlord, they sent me a shut off notice.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. Why do I keep getting comments from you and not questions?
Okay, the question was, did you pay the DTE bill that was subject to shut off?
Answer.
Do you plan to keep the home above 50 degrees this winter as required by the lease? Are you aware that repairs due to your negligence are your responsibility?
The screen is on the checklist. The lines are this. The oil settings are barely visible.
But they're still there.
Just gonna argue with her.
Are you aware that these repairs must be completed before the next Pittsfield Township rental inspection, May 26, to maintain certification? Are you aware that smoking is prohibited in the lease? Will you permit monthly inspections by the landlord? Do you understand that if smoke odor is detected and smoke damage is documented, repainting and remediation of the entire home may be required at an estimated cost of approximately $10,000?
But really, where does that come from?
3,000 square feet will cost.
Where does that come from?
I've been quoted $10,000 to paint that house.
By whom?
Contractor,
I don't know anybody named Contractor.
Nicholas Blake, licensed contractor.
Is he here to testify?
No.
Then I don't want any questions about any quote he's given.
Okay.
That's hearsay.
Are there 3 children residing at the property? Do you understand that the lease prohibits public nuisance and requires you to supervise children? Did you install an exterior camera without written consent of the landlord?
Yes, but I need to obviously it. And also the first 4 days, if you had no problems with the cameras. So what's the problem?
I didn't authorize installation. I never said I didn't. No, I just said, oh,
She did.
can I ask this question?
I don't know.
I know I'm upsetting you. I'm sorry,
You're
sir.
not upsetting me.
I'm not a
You're
lawyer.
wasting my time,
Okay.
but you're not upsetting.
Okay, you were residing somewhere else that you didn't put on the application as your current address. By Maplehurst, they started eviction proceedings in January of 25.
You asked her whether or not she disclosed an eviction.
Yeah, did
On
you?
the application, does it indicate, have you been evicted?
Yes,
All right. At the point in time she applies, has she been evicted? That case had not concluded. Is that correct?
that's correct.
Okay. Then if you're saying that she misled you, your question is bad.
Well, but she,
It has been all this morning.
okay, but she didn't disclose where her address
You
was.
with me?
No, honey, do you regularly monitor or respond to your phone you listed on your application? I guess that would be no, because,
Well, are you going to answer it or are you going to let her
okay,
answer?
It's fine. You just make a hot message.
you falsified the application, so you committed,
That's a conclusion.
if she said her current address,
A conclusion. Get to your next question.
do you admit that the address you provided on your application was false? Do you understand that providing false information on rental application is considered fraud?
Well, don't answer that. That's a legal conclusion.
I've been doing my Google searches, sir, and this is what I,
Well, then bring Google.
was I
You
given,
know what?
I'm just asking.
You know what? Don't. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm taking a break. You get your questions in order, and you understand how to address this. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat. You may step down or just. You may be seated. Ms. Lyman, why don't you come on back up and continue your question?
Thank you, sir. Had I known about your prior rental history, I would not have rented my home to you.
She can't answer that. That's you.
Would you agree that my decision to rent to you was based on information you provided that was not?
Can't answer that. That's you.
Okay.
As to the form of your question.
Are you aware that using someone else's address without permission is considered fraud under Michigan law?
No, she can't answer that. You're asking for a legal conclusion.
Did you understand that this could lead to criminal or civil penalties?
She can't answer that.
Do you admit your use of Arlington Drive was unauthorized? Can you explain why the following damages are present after you took occupancy? What about the broken master bedroom blinds, oil stains in the driveway, and broken rear screen door?
The real screen on the checkbooks. I just want to say that I never said that I could hear the screen door really was on the checkbooks.
The screen door was.
I heard you.
So you're not going to repair this?
I'm off the screen door. If she says it's on the checklist and you're saying it's not on the checklist and there's damage to that, that's going to have to be dealt with at some other point. It's not to be dealt with here. She's answered the question about the screen door. Go on.
Do you understand that the property cannot pass inspection next year, May 26, unless these repairs are made?
It's irrelevant. Irrelevant. Next question.
Okay. Do you see that having unlisted occupants and unsupervised children could put the property of the residents in your tenancy at risk?
No.
Unsupervised children?
Yes.
They were running in the street, sir, and the neighbors complained that they almost hit one.
Then how does that put her tenancy at risk?
Oh, I thought it,
You have children? Okay, so hold on. So I don't even understand where that question might even go. Benefit to the question.
there was a police report that kids were running around unsupervised and CPS got involved.
Okay.
And I provided that to the court.
And so what does it matter if they're not her kids?
Okay, I'm not a lawyer. I'm trying my best, sir.
I can see that.
Yep,
you're not a lawyer.
forgive me.
I gotta ask you a stupid question. I don't know how you're holding, depending to try to hold her responsible if that aren't hers, if we haven't even established her kids that are guests of it.
I sent you a copy of the HOA vehicle policy for the neighborhood. Are you aware that the policy states that unregistered or inoperative vehicles are not permitted on the property?
You were next to the property, did you see?
No, I'm just.
Are there vehicles on the property?
No, this is,
Then why
okay.
are you dealing with?
And you said it's hearsay about Maplehurst, so this next exhibit was all about Maplehurst. So you're saying that that's hearsay?
Ma'am, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Her prior residence, that was this next section, the damages to her prior residence. And that's,
Damages to a prior resident, I don't know why that would be relevant to me. And I don't also understand that, I don't even understand how you're getting that in.
showing a history of destruction is relevant to my house and me being concerned. It shows why I'm concerned about my property.
Anything else?
Oh, so that's it for questions. I wanted to go over section. I had something for the court, but I'm done with asking questions of Ms. Lyman.
All right. Ms. Lyman, you'll have an opportunity to testify. You may step down. Any other witnesses for the plaintiff?
No, sir. Do I sit down, sir?
Pardon?
Do I sit down, sir?
You can sit down if you want.
Okay, well, you're the boss.
I know. You ought to remember that.
I was gonna wear a hat. I love Judge Simpson.
Is it true that you gave me verbal consent that I could get my $750 to clean deposit back?
If the house is in the same condition,
May I get a written addendum of me getting my $750 to clean deposit back?
No.
Why not?
if it's clean, then I'm gonna ask. It has to be clean. Floors are clean.
Can I just stop here? The $750 is listed as non-refundable, but you are indicating that it's refundable provided the conditions are.
To my satisfaction.
Well, ma'am, you're saying that it's still non-refundable?
It is dependent upon conditions and the reason.
I understand what I'm saying. At this point, you want to know what? You interrupt me, we're going to have a real issue. What I'm hearing at this point is that it is refundable. The conditions of that refund will wait to some other point in time, and there might be further litigation regarding it. I have the $750, and that $750 would be returned provided it is left in a clean condition.
The same condition I gave to her, meaning I don't have to fire someone.
Ma'am, I'm telling you what, your interpretation of landlord-tenant law is going to get you in trouble.
Is it true that I have not been able to enjoy my home due to you continuously harassing me?
No.
Is it true that you have the neighbors watching my home? Is that not what you stated inside text messages?
No.
Okay.
You did not say that you had people watching your home, Miss Anderson.
I started to watching the home.
Let me just ask this. Did you tell Ms. Lyman that you had people watching the house?
Ever since the incident with,
Not my question. It's not a qualified answer. That's a yes or no.
yes.
Then why did you under oath just tell her no?
Well, they're currently not watching the house.
Well, that's not what she asked you. Why are you changing the answer that you just gave to Ms. Lyman? No, I want to know why you changed it. She asked you the question.
If you,
You told her no. I asked you the question. You told me yes, you said it.
Is it true not only do you talk about me through text messages, you CC other people in my email that has nothing to do with them tarnishing my name?
I'm not trying to.
What does that mean?
Emails, a whole lot of stuff, and put people from the neighborhood that I don't even know or people that I never met in the emails of her saying certain stuff to me and falsified information on me.
Ms. Anderson, do you do that
I've heard emails, including the neighbors, yes.
about Miss Lyman?
Yes,
Why?
because they're telling me they're concerned about kids running on.
Was it only about the kids?
No, in email, she has stated false things like crack pipes, that there's a rapist in the home, different stuff like that.
Did you hold it? And I'm just going to remind you, you're under oath,
Yeah.
under penalty of perjury. Did you say things that directly indicate that there may be drug use
Yeah.
and or a rapist in the home?
Yes, because I want to look up this. You know, Mr. Lyman, he had a criminal history, extensive criminal history.
Why?
Plus, I wanted to alert the neighbors. I didn't do a criminal background check, and so I had to look it up online. This particular uncle had a infraction.
Was the address listed, Miss Lyman's address?
No, the uncle.
And you sent that to Miss Lyman's neighbors?
Yes, because they were concerned who was living there and what's going on.
Of course, being racist.
Well, Ron,
That's fine. We're back on the record under Senator versus Lyman.
Is it true that you have called the Pittsfield Township Police Department on multiple occasions presenting falsified information?
No, when I came to you and I'm concerned about what's going on and all that, and you don't respond.
So are you saying?
What? You call her, she doesn't respond, and you call the police.
I texted, just wanted to see what I heard and not have to respond. You know, again, I'm not able to see.
You call her, text her, whatever. You don't get a response, whether she's choosing to or not, and you call the police. And what did the police say? For Pete's sakes.
Is it true on multiple occasions I asked you to stop sharing my personal information? Then why do you still do it? Is it true that you told me that you have a multiple personality disorder along with other mental issues?
That's right. That I don't. We just.
I was asking, is that the
Stop. Stop. She doesn't have to answer that question. Go to your next question.
Is it true that July and August rent is in escrow?
Yes, they're in this already.
When I paid the rent back in May of 2025, is it true that it should have been prorated $553 since I moved in after
Let
the
her
first?
finish the question before you respond.
No, our tenancy starts on May 5th through May 4th of 27, which means that your rent is due on the 4th. And your tenancy, that's how we did not leave. You don't start on the first day of the month.
I was asking, since it was after the first, should it have been prorated $553?
Starting on,
Your answer to that is no. Go ahead.
Do you know Marcus Escano?
that's irrelevant,
You'll answer the question.
unfortunately.
Is it true that he is suing you for $750?
Ma'am, you are not going to interrupt the question. Go ahead and answer the question.
Which is the same amount as the cleaning fee?
You don't know? Is that your answer to the court? Because I'm directing you to answer the question.
Mr. Lasana.
That's not the question. Is he suing you for the $750?
I'm not aware of that.
Go on with your next question while we look at it.
Is it true that you made Ivory Clinton block my driveway on July 1st of 2025? That was during the inspection. What if I told you I have video evidence of you having him do that?
You have video of him blocking the driveway?
She blocked the driveway on July 21st during the inspection, and it was on video.
You think you have video of that?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead. Next question.
Is it true that you told me if I keep ignoring you that I might end up like your prior attendant?
And I'm concerned about people dying in my house. She did die in my house.
I'm asking, is it true that you told me that I could end up like her if I don't reply to you?
That's
Do you have that in writing? Is that
She
a-
said it in a text message.
Do you have a copy of that text message?
I have the copies of the text messages, yes.
And your understanding of that text message is, she said, if you don't respond to me, you could wind up like a tenant that is now deceased.
Yeah, she told me she's threatened me on multiple occasions.
Go ahead, next question.
That's it. That's all the questions that I have. I also want to say that I do have pictures of the property.
Hang
That I-
hang on a second.
Okay.
Paragraph 27 of your lease, do you believe that if it's true that you contacted her neighbors, that there was the blocking of the driveway, that there was, if true, an implicit threat regarding Ms. Lyman's staff, and that you're constantly going to the premises has interfered with her peaceful and use of the premises, which you coveted in that lease to provide under paragraph 27?
I haven't been to the house probably once. I think I may have driven by. I've probably driven by once, but I have not been to the house in a long time. Ever since the incident with the police coming to the house, and I was just concerned about who was
Read
there.
paragraph 27, particularly the second sentence.
I'm giving her peaceful enjoyment. I'm not over there.
You don't think in any way you've interfered with her peaceful enjoyment of the premises?
I've been concerned about the house, but I mean, if she was just communicating with me, then I wouldn't be so concerned about the house. She doesn't.
What do you think her legal obligation to talk to you is?
All she wants, she won't give me access.
What do you think her legal obligation to talk to you is?
Since she's living in my house, I think I have some right to have communication with who's living in my house, just so I can know the status of things. I think I have some right, and she's the only one.
Didn't ask that. Does she have a right not to say anything to you?
So she has the right not to say anything too, but how do I find out about her house if I don't find out about it? Since I don't have access to her house.
Do you think she has the right not to say anything to you?
I think she should at least communicate, or if she doesn't want to.
All right, Ms. Anderson, you keep going on with these long convoluted answers. Yes or no? Do you believe that Ms. Lyman, tenant or no tenant, has a right not to talk to you? So you think she has to talk to you?
Minimal basis, just with regard to the home.
Under what legal premise do you believe that exists?
In the lease, it states number 19, landlord's right of entry, landlord or landlord's agent.
I read it. You don't have to read it. You can scan it and tell me where in that provision it makes Ms. Lyman talk to you.
Please, Judge, I understand she doesn't have.
Tell me in that provision, is there anything about that she has to talk to?
It says landlord must notify a tenant. How do I notify her? She doesn't talk to. Like if I want to look at the property for notice, how do I make that happen without?
Is there anything in that provision that requires Ms. Lyman to talk to you?
I guess not. I just don't know how to.
Is there anything in that lease that requires her to talk to you?
No.
Then why is it throughout this entire proceeding and based upon the testimony of Ms. Lyman as well as what were the premise of some of her questions, are you forcing her or attempting to force her to talk to you?
He doesn't. Maybe that's what we have here.
Then why are you trying to force her to do so? I didn't ask that. Why were you forcing her to do so? Has she told you on repeated occasions she doesn't want to talk to you?
Yeah, she doesn't like it. That's been on.
Didn't ask that. Has she told you on repeated occasions that she doesn't want to talk to you?
She doesn't say explicitly, I don't want to talk to you. She just says, well, she don't want, she doesn't like it.
That I never told her that I didn't like her.
Have you ever, with another tenant, mapped out their family tree?
I was trying to find out who this uncle was.
You do understand, if you're renting property, that the tenant doesn't become your indentured servant and or slave.
Yes, sir.
And that you can't force them to do certain things that they've not contracted to do.
Yes, sir.
You understand that because they're a tenant, you don't get the right to disparage their reputation with the neighbors?
I understand that I should be concerned, but I was concerned because I just didn't know.
I didn't say that. You can be as concerned as you want. You understand that You don't have a right to do that? Don't okay me. Just answer my question. Do you understand? Then why did you do it?
I was just concerned. I didn't know what to do. I was concerned about a bunch of little kids going around the neighborhood and I didn't know what's in my house.
Or these little kids smoking crack? I mean, why were you tying that to the kids?
I thought it was, it might have been crack. I was not telling you.
You didn't say anything about a crack?
I don't remember who I told about.
Did you?
I don't remember who I told about. I know it was.
Well, you better remember right about now, Miss Anderson. You have a very convenient memory. Did you tell any of the neighbors or intimate to any of the neighbors that there was crack being smoked in that house?
So
Not an answer to my question. Listen closely. Did you tell any of the neighbors or intimate to any of those neighbors that they were smoking crack in that house?
I did, yes. When I did a Google search when I got it.
I didn't, there's no question. Quit talking. Well, so how many times have you sent Ms. Lyman a notice to quit?
I believe she's went there.
You have never sent her a notice to quit for the collection of rent.
The 30 days that I sent was because of the fraud.
How many times have you sent a notice to quit for non-payment of rent?
I think I gave you 70 notice.
Yes.
No, I didn't 70 already.
Have you ever sent Ms. Lyman a 7-day notice?
No.
How did you calculate the late fee?
Based on Google AI, 5% is the industry standard, so $150.
In Michigan?
And that's
What do you think the purpose of the late fee is?
to try to encourage prime payments and also.
It can't be liquidated damages.
I just wanted to pay rent. I mean, honestly.
I don't think there was a question. Let's go to the application. When she filled out the application prior to renting, did you check any parts of that application?
Yes, and the number that's no longer working is supposed to be her landlord, Desmond Jones. She didn't tell me.
Did you get a response from Desmond Jones?
No.
Did you attempt to verify any of the information on this application?
Through a legitimate company, rent's free. The only thing normally I would have also done is talk to the current landlord, but because it's her father, supposedly, or her parents, I thought, I guess I don't need to talk to them since that never didn't work. And so I just didn't pursue that.
So just so that I'm clear, if Miss Lyman would talk to you, let you just come into her premises illegally as you requested, would we even be here?
I mean, I would.
Okay, that's what my problem.
I want to know what the problem is.
The reason that we're here is because she won't talk to you.
I'm concerned about my.
There has been nothing detrimental to that application to you, is there?
Sir,
Is there anything that has been detrimental to you?
I have lost sleep over this, sir.
Okay, fine. We all lose sleep. Is there anything referenced to tenants that has been detrimental based upon your reliance on that application?
I'm worried about my property, sir. If she does damage to my property, it's going to be well beyond her $5,000 earnest.
Can you answer my question? What in that application have you relied upon to your detriment?
I thought she was living with her parents. I felt, okay, I want her to get on her own.
I'll try the question again. What did you rely upon to your detriment?
Relying on the fact that she wasn't being evicted at her property. If I had known that, I would have rented it. It's like,
And you did not do a search regarding Miss Lyman. They didn't pick up on it because there was no eviction. She might have been in court, but there was no eviction. What did she put on there that is fraudulent in your mind?
her clients.
Why would that not have been her current residence if she were in the process of an eviction?
Because she was living on makeovers.
And you relied upon that. So in point of fact, you didn't necessarily rely upon what Ms. Lyman said. You relied upon what the company gave you back.
Yeah, the company, and what she hand wrote, no, It wasn't just the company, sir. There's also stuff she can roll. Ultimately, you're the judge and you're right. So I'm not arguing.
Well, I'm asking a question, ma'am.
It's not what's fair. Whatever you think is fair, I'm the one with whatever.
Ma'am, I just asked a question. You didn't rely upon the application. In fact, you relied upon what this other company had reported back. And that's what you relied upon to do the search.
Yes, sir. But I didn't see any evictions. I didn't see huge red flags. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's what you relied upon to rent it, not the application that had been flaunted around here. It was the report back from this company.
I don't know how to make you angry, so whatever you want.
Ma'am, I am not angry, and don't try that game with me. If I get angry, you are certainly going to know. He typed in information to a company. They came back, gave you a report, such as a credit score and blah, blah, blah. Can you point to the provision in the lease that incorporates the application into that lease? There isn't one, is there?
That's just what I used to, sign.
If the application is not incorporated into the lease, then how do you evict her for what you say is a fraudulent?
Well, she said, I
You
know.
filed a termination case to evict her.
So this whole thing. So I just wanted to get the rent and to have somehow see my house. Somehow make sure my house is okay. So
Well, I don't know how you're going to see the latter of that, because at this point, I'll be honest with you, I think you've been harassing her to the point that you've interfered with her quiet enjoyment of the premises, and she may be entitled to damages for that. Ms. Lyman, was there any other questions you had?
No, that's it, really it.
Anderson, anything else from you?
I did look up in public records for iChat for her uncle, and it did say it.
Okay, did it give an address? So how do you tell the people around there that he's living there?
That's what they said.
I just want to say the person that she keeps claiming that's my uncle, that's not my uncle. She searched my name up and it said,
Your name.
yes. And she said that Google or whatever she searched up in said that he was my uncle.
Is it your uncle?
No.
You can have a seat. We may step down. Here's what I'm going to say. You filed this complaint for unspecified violation / fraud / misrepresentation of person in lease. I believe those are two different things, because you said you were dealing with somebody else and not Ms. Lyman.
Yes, in the beginning, I was dealing with that lady in the back. Introduced herself, Joey Ann. That's who I was dealing. She's her mother.
And persons in home and non-payment of rent.
Yes.
Those are the 5 bases. I'm going to tell you, and I'll just say this, I'll let you guys give whatever statement you want to regard. Violations of the lease are tenuous at best. Fraud and misrepresentation of the person in the lease, which is this other person. Ms. Lyman has been here when the court required her to be here. It's Ms. Lyman. The fraud, stop. The fraud, there would have to be some type of reliance on something, but that's not what you relied upon to rent. So that's tenuous at best. Other than somebody's speculation, which is actually hearsay based upon hearsay, because supposedly they're the persons that are telling you X, Y, and Z. I have nothing to say that there are other people in this home other than your state. And it looks to me like the rent's paid. What I do, however, see, and I haven't come to a final decision on any, is that there's been an interference with her quiet and useful enjoyment of the premises, and continues to be. And that there are potential damages for defamation, which relate to that quiet and peaceful enjoyment of the premises. So here's what I'm going to do. If you say you want to resolve it, then you need to resolve it. But I don't think, quite frankly, Ms. Anderson, you're in a position to get everything that you want.
Okay, sir.
So you just have to talk. I'm going to give you two a chance to go out and see if you can resolve. If not, I'm going to come back in and I'm going to resolve it. And I'm going to tell you that somebody is going to be very, very unfair. I'm not saying everybody has to do anything. I think if one looks at it, you can see where your strengths and weaknesses are. you want me to make the ruling, I'll make the ruling. I don't have a problem. I can tell you with reference to the claim of the monthly visitation, not going to happen. 750 is a curious question, but may have to be litigated another day, because as I recall in the previous proceedings, you had agreed that it would be refundable. But now today you seem to be saying that it's not, or that you're placing on it as possible condition.
It's refundable.
That would, Lyman, you likely raised your hand. What would you like to talk?
I was just saying I wouldn't want to break off and talk to her. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna see if you two can talk to each other. And all you have to do is agree upon a number. I don't really care how you got there. If you don't agree, you don't agree. Come back, I'll make the call. I don't have a problem, okay? We're gonna stand in recess. You got 20 minutes. All right. Maybe seated. Go back on the record. Folks come to any agreement or no?
No.
No. Okay, very good. That's fair enough.
What I had suggested.
No.
Oh,
Anything you want to say in regard to closing arguments? Miss?
I told Ms. Lyman that I was willing to waive the late fees, waive the court cost. I think that's fair. And I also told her I'd be willing to write a statement about the security deposit being refundable if it's in room sweat condition. So I thought that was fair. So all I would be asking for is $1,143.93 for September rent and May water. And then I would be willing to sign something that's
Lyman.
I feel that I should be compensated because she gave out my social security number and copies of my ID, which was attached to the email. A picture of my ID and my social was at the bottom. I feel that that is defamation to my character. My social is very, very sensitive information.
I did not give her social.
I feel that
Ma'am, he did not interrupt you.
and that's pretty much it. I just want to be able to enjoy the home without being bothered or anybody popping up or watching me.
Well, thank you both very much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these calculations, try to figure this out. There will be no additional argument or witnesses on the case. I will render a decision October 14th, 2025. Yes, Ms. Anderson.
Can I get the 2 zip drives?
Ma'am, once I am done with the case, I've told you that time and time again.
That send me photos of my little boy.
Ma'am, what did I just say?